Hello, my name is Giselle and this is Vybechecktarot. I'm going to be doing a general energy reading. Keep in mind that tarot has no gender, it's just energy. Feel free to flip the messages and place the energy where it fits. These messages are meant to liberate you and help you along with your journey. Always prioritize your peace. If a situation disrupts it or raises doubts, let it go. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be for the sign of my beautiful Pisces. Let's go ahead and gauge the current energy. We have the Justice in reverse, the Star card, and the Hangman. The current energy for my beautiful Pisces is one of moving away from the energy of feeling like there was some type of injustice. You've had some time to reflect and you're now seeing things from a different perspective. You're taking the time to reflect and sit back to let the energy and the cards fall where they need to fall. With this Hangman energy, you're taking a step back to focus on yourself, because whatever situation this was, it did have a big impact on you and it definitely knocked you off balance. Let me get some more information about this injustice card. Silence. So there could have been a situation where maybe somebody withdrew from the connection or you're in no contact. There was a lot of uncertainty and their intentions are unclear at this time. Because of this Hangman card, there is a lot of reflection and a lot of confusion. There's a sense of wanting to have a conversation, but no longer having access because, of course, there's no contact. In essence, you're thinking that this situation was one-sided possibly, and maybe it's like the old saying goes, if the words don't add up, it's usually because the truth wasn't part of the equation. So generally, Pisces, if this person walked away and is not in contact with you at this time, it's an unhealthy attachment. Regardless if they're guarded or regardless of the situation, keeping someone in no contact or keeping their silence is a form of manipulation. It's a form to keep you guessing. It's keeping that power on their end, whether it's intentional or unintentional, the decision was still made. You know, it's important to normalize showing that you care. In this situation, they're not showing that they're emotionally invested because they're being silent. Maybe they're taking time to focus on themselves, but there is a lot of uncertainty where you're just pulling your energy back. Let me get some more information on this Hangman. With the conflict in reverse card, you're no longer investing in this situation. You've processed your emotions and you've accepted things for what they are. You're definitely humbled by it, but it's humbled with a hint of Kanye. So, with that being said, you understand that there was possibly an unhealthy attachment, and it's not that you're guarded at this time, you're just pulling away your energy. You understand the situation is temporary, and you also understand a person who knows their position will never lose their place. Let's get into their hidden intentions. Fantasy and memories. Pisces. This person, they miss your energy. They are still energetically connected to you, and boy, do they fantasize about you. And this is often, I'm sorry, I'm feeling their energy. They're just, wow. Well, Pisces, they do not want anyone out. They're not even attracted to anyone else. You've definitely knocked them off balance with this. And it's not just a sexual thing. There's more to it. Because it's almost like bittersweet. They're reminiscing. But they're fantasizing. They crave intimacy. Let me clarify this fantasy card. Because they are really stuck on you. Six of Wands. Yeah, you are that. Wow. You are the best they ever had. Oh, God. But seriously, they are, wow. They're in it. Regardless if their intentions are unclear and they're giving you this silent treatment, they don't want anybody else. They worship, for lack of better words, they worship the chemistry that you two have, the connection that you two have. And again, it's not just sexual. The reason why your experience with them sexually is so heightened is because of the connection you two share. It's on another level. It's euphoric. And they are really, really craving you. You have the Four of Swords. You know, this person, although they miss you, although they want that new beginning, they're still very stuck in their head. Let's get a little bit more into where they're at emotionally and see things from their point of view. We have obsession and we have distance. So again, they have this adoration for you, this addiction to you. But of course, there's a separation. The block is the separation. They can't touch you. They can't feel you. They no longer have access to you. They want a conversation. They crave that intimacy, but they're avoiding the connection. Let's be more specific. What is their blockage? The mistakes. This person feels like their mistakes are preventing them from coming forward. They don't know how to show face. They don't know if they're able to recover after what they did, how they walked away. Maybe they walked away in a very immature manner, or maybe things were left unclear. They're losing a lot of sleep over it. They're in their head. This is a person that's very traditional in every sense, and they're very loyal. Let me get a couple more cards. Oh, okay. Card fog and hopeless. Yeah, it really taps into that energy where this silence, this no contact is giving you mixed signals. And it's really messed up because their emotions, they're blocked right now. They're blocked and it's disabling them. They can't figure out how to approach you because they have this heart fog. They feel like their mistakes won't allow them. They feel like it's almost hopeless. I don't know what this person did, but they are falling apart over it. They are stuck in their head about it. They definitely are exclusive. They don't want anybody else. They have not been with anybody else, just in case you're wondering. Even with the silence and even with the no contact, even with the separation, they can't even, they don't have a desire. They've lost all interest in anything outside of you. Even if they're burying themselves in work, even if they're partying, even if they're self-medicating, whatever it is, they can't keep you out of their head. And even if you haven't heard from them, they're pretending. They're pretending they don't care. Realizations. They've held back for quite some time, and they've had epiphanies. They understand that no matter what they do, no matter how they move, they cannot move on without you. They understand your connection. In the bottom of the deck, we have past life. And it's almost like deja vu when they met you. They almost felt like they've known you before. There was this familiarness between you two. But for whatever reason, that there were a lot of karmic lessons that needed to be learned on either your end or their end or both. Which is why I think there's like this sense of a repetitive cycle of like this stop and go, or this false start. Like you guys are good and then something happens that pushes you guys to separation. The feelings are mutual, but the effort isn't equal. There's some type of imbalance with the energy. And this is why the situation continues to go in circles, where you have this extremely stable relationship and then there's separation. And then you come back and it's like a false start. Everything's good and then it falls apart into separation again. They definitely want to build with you. Let me get a couple more cards. Ooh, Pisces, they are going to start prioritizing you. They are not going to give up. If you've pulled your energy back, which I see you have, the moment you pulled your energy back, this person felt it. And they're going to start chasing you because they know what you bring to the table. They know who you are. They know what place you hold in their life. and they are not willing to let you go, and they're not willing to lose you. Although they are moving extremely slow, be prepared because they are going to come in hot and heavy. Lusting, ecstasy, and boundaries. So when they come back, if you decide to let them in, it's entirely up to you. Every situation is different. Use your discernment and make a decision best for your situation. But when they do come back, it almost so intense with getting you back and getting back to where you two were in a good place. The energy is really highlighting the sex between you two. It's the way you look. It's the energy exchange during the act. They get so much excitement. That goes without saying, right? But it's ecstasy for them. You are like their drug, their personal brand, really. It's almost like they couldn't make you better even if they created you themselves. There is a big highlight on making sure you both set those healthy boundaries for one another, because during the separation, you two had enough time to do the inner work and reflect and determine emotionally if this is for you. And some of you may decide that, you're good. You're going to walk away. You have some new love coming into your life and you're going to stick with that. They no longer have access. You're done. Their intentions were unclear, and you don't expect loyalty from people who can't give you honesty. And that's okay. That's a decision that you have to make on your own. But then there's another side of the collective that is willing to see and allow this person to invest, ensuring that it's not an empty offer, which it's not, but every situation is different. Keep in mind, this is general. If their intentions are clear and they can normalize showing that they care, because there's been a lot of avoiding the connection on both ends. I think you both had fears, and rightfully so. The connection is so intense. It's fire and desire. You've never craved anybody the way that you crave them, and vice versa. It is a matched, mirrored energy. So of course it's going to cause fears. Of course it's going to push you to identify those emotions that haven't been brought up to the surface before this person came into your life. How could they? No one's ever brought this side of you out. What are their intentions going forward for the collective that wants to move forward? They want a family. For those of you that don't want children, be very careful, because when they come back, it's going to be so intense that you may fall pregnant right away. So if it's something that you don't want, just make sure that you take the precautions to avoid that. Or this person may try to, because they're certain about you now. They're okay with it. But are you okay with it? So make sure you do whatever's right for you. There's a sense of exhaustion because they're tired, they're drained. They're tired of holding back and being guarded. They're tired of pretending like they don't care. They're tired of holding everything together. They're also spying. And I think we've had that in another reading. They are definitely spying and holding on. They want to make sure that no one's coming into your life because they're going to move in hot and heavy. They've been trying to navigate for quite some time how they're going to come in, how they're going to come back into your life. They're obsessing over it. Let me see. What else? Clarity. They're going to come in with some clarity, being truthful, being honest, being intentional, which is what you want, which is what you always wanted. They've had enough time to think. They miss you. They're desiring you. They're craving. There is such a high focus on how they crave you. I've never felt such intensity in a reading of how someone desires you. Like, I can't even articulate my words right now as I'm saying it. And you feel the same way. Like, let's not play games. You have soulmates, emotional storm, one day, and stress. Based on the deep connection that you guys have, the deep love, the unity, it's unlike anything you've ever experienced on both ends. You guys mirror each other because of how connected you are. If this person is going through something, you're feeling it as well, and vice versa. And you felt their turbulence, you felt the tension, you feel when they grab you, you feel them, and vice versa, they feel you. And so they had to go through this huge, massive awakening and get out of their head that one day when everything's perfect, and they had to get out of their head with that one day mentality. Now they're in that chasing energy. They understand that no one compares to you. It's not just sexually driven, it's the obsession of that connection that you share. I mean, it's really the obsession of how you look as well. They are really drawn to you sexually, physically. Time and perspective. So they were maybe waiting for the perfect time. They thought that they had time, right? They thought that they were better off putting things on hold until they were financially stable, or putting things on hold until they were ready, until they had a clear headspace where they were 100% certain. And I don't want you to feel like they weren't certain about you. It was just they were in their head and they were stressed about possibly other obligations. Let's dig more into this energy to see what the blockages and their stress was during this connection. They were broken. There possibly was a lot of heartbreak in the past with previous connections. Let me get a couple more cards for that. What is this broken card? Clarify this broken card. Okay. Temperance, Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords. Yeah, they were trying to run away from this connection because they didn't feel like they were balanced. They didn't feel like they were at your level. They felt like the focus keeps on coming back to the chemistry overall, not just sexually, but overall. Like, it is fire, legit fire, like the best you've ever had. And I keep on hearing that song. When you guys connect, oh boy. What else can you tell me to close up this reading for my beautiful Pisces? Return and healing. So if you needed any more confirmation, there it is. There is an opportunity for a second chance, making amends, and releasing any past energy that no longer serves the both of you. This is healing on both ends. This is you healing your family lineage and them healing their family lineage, because there was a lot of destruction in their childhood. There's a lot of distorted upbringing that they needed to let go of, but they're releasing it. They're at a stage where they are ready. And at the bottom of the deck, we have possibilities. They're ready. They've done the work and they're ready. So if you came here looking for a confirmation, I mean, it doesn't get any clearer than that. Let me close out with a Romance Angels card. Engagement. And this could be the one. Your life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is pretty much telling you everything you need to know. I mean, it doesn't get any clearer than this. You have soulmates, engagement. This could be the one. Family. I mean, what else do you want? Again, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate for everybody, and it's not going to apply for everybody. It definitely doesn't apply for those toxic relationships that there's abuse, whether it be mental or physical. That's definitely not the situation, so don't fool yourself. This is for the energy. You had a connection that needed the time, so you both can take a step back and heal. Okay, closing on that note, may your path glow and the energy guide you towards clarity and fulfillment. Until next time, stay radiant, my beautiful Pisces.